Leicester City won the championship and will be back playing in the Premier League next season. But their manager Maresca is now gone, and so they've replaced him with my dad. But joining them in the Premier League through promotion is Ipswich Town. And their manager Kieran McKenna has helped them to back-to-back promotions. But shockingly, they've binned him off and hired me instead. So today it's Leicester versus Ipswich rebuild across 5 seasons starting in the Premier League. A reminder of the points tally is as follows. You gain 1 point for a higher league finish, 1 point for a victory over each other, 1 point for eliminating each other from a cup competition, 3 points for a domestic cup win, 4 points for a domestic league win, 5 points for a Europa/Europa Conference win, and 7 points for the Champions League win. Dad, newly promoted teams today.
Yeah, they've done really well, didn't they?
Yeah, so both sides have had quite a lot of things going on about their manager as well. Of course, Leicester are losing their manager. Ipswich could have, but now they've actually turned it around, nailed him down for a few more years.
I'm glad, really. I want to see what he can do in the Prem.
Yeah, me too. Back-to-back promotions, that's quite special. He's done quite well. Yeah, I'm interested to see whether he can keep Ipswich Town in the Premier League. Of course, we're talking about Kieran McKenna, but it looks like Enzo Maresca, as we're recording this, is on his way to Chelsea. Pretty much a done deal.
I mean, out of the two, if you had said to me at the beginning of the end of the season before the speculation had gone, I'd have said it had gone the other way round.
Yeah.
I thought the Leicester manager was in there to stay, but...
Yeah, so what problems will that cause? Well, we've got the updated database, and I'll put a link down to it at the top of the description of how you can also get this updated database so that we've got all the results from last year. So we are now in the Premier League. Of course, all the players that we've got are going to be championship level. They haven't been boosted or anything like that outside of what they were given in the winter update. So this is where our task is at hand. And we've had a transfer budget. We've given ourselves £50 million each because the updated database doesn't give you that. No. So we thought, to be fair, £50 million each is all that we've been given. Whether they spend that in real life or given that, I don't know. So let's have a look and see how we spent it. Now, we've also given ourselves the same amount of wages as well, so it's very, very fair. To start things off, I brought in Lewis Travers from Blackburn Rovers, a good centre attacking or centre defensive midfielder. I believe he was already at the club on loan, and I activated the release clause to keep him at the club. I felt like I needed a couple of strikers. They've got some good ones, but I wanted a Premier League proven one. And one of them that just got relegated was Cameron Archer from Sheffield United. It still cost me a lot of money. However, he's English and he's young. If I keep him for the 5 years, he'll probably be worth it. Yeah. £24 million. If not, more than likely, I can sell him for a bit of a profit. But as a backup, I thought it'd be quite funny to go for Macaulay Langsdale. Just to see what he can do for me in the Premier League. I've seen him in the Premier League before and done surprisingly well. But Malang Sarr, I think, is the deal of the summer for me. A £1 million deal for a left-footed centre-back. He is absolutely incredible, really, for my standard. So I'm welcoming him into the club. Then we've got Ryan Frazier, who can play on both wings naturally, and that's the reason why I've signed him.
Battler, isn't he?
Yeah, you'll see exactly why I'm using him. Yuto Iwasaki from Sagan Tosun, £2 million. Got 3 assists already in 4 games in the Premier League. Is not bad at all. But again, plays naturally in a left midfield role. I think you can already see where I'm going here. We've also gone for Tom Krause, who's £7.5 million. One of my favourite, like, cheap box-to-box type of style of midfielders to go for. He's quite good at everything, really. Not a best passer with the ball, but a ball destroyer. Let's call him that, because he's got good work rates and stamina, etc. But there's one more signing, that is Sekou Koita on a free transfer, and that's all I managed to do in the window with the money I was given. But again, it's another striker. So I am lining up in a 4-4-2 with one player set back slightly as a deep line playmaker, and we've got a ball-winning midfielder there on defend 2 with wingers on attack. And if I did best 11 pick, it looks like that, but I have been playing Krause in there as that centre defensive centre midfield, but a ball winner. We've got Hurst and Archer up front, and hopefully that they can produce a nice little partnership with, Hurst being the target forward, and the wingers spreading the ball in the box for these two guys as well. Okay, it's not the best team. We've got good fullbacks.
Well,
don't get me wrong.
Really hard to beat, you?
Yeah, that's the idea, really. We're balanced, but we're going to try to be a bit hard to beat rather than almost going for it and then getting punished, because I don't think the team is good enough defensively to be able to hold against that. But I very much doubt Dad is being cautious. We know Dad doesn't have cautious in his vocabulary. So let's see what you have done, Dad, with your £50 million. And we're going to start off with Rani Khedira, which is I believe, Sami Khedira's brother.
Yeah.
Plays in a similar position as well. 30-year-old German. Good centre mid.
I mean, I always look at first is the spine of the team tonight. So this is the start of making the spine of my team a little bit stronger. Good defending midfield player, I think.
Yeah, he's solid, really.
Yeah.
A lot of really good attributes in there for him.
Yeah.
Then we've got Shunta Tanaka. We've both signed a Japanese player, which is quite rare. 27 years old. He is a centre-back option there for you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make this sort of defence a little bit stronger than what they were. Bringing him in helps do that as well.
Yeah. Fabian Rees, who is a winger from Germany. Again, plays naturally on both sides.
And that's what helped me the most, really. I'm going to go play winger, so I needed to get a left winger in a little bit stronger than what I had.
And then we've got Abdul Fatawu.
There's my right winger.
Of course. He was on loan last year, a solid season in the Premier League, in the Championship.
And to be able to buy him as well with a clause in the contract, so
yeah,
I'd have been silly not to take advantage of that.
Yeah,
so.
Of course. There's a lovely true story about this, covered by our good American friend Zealand, about Abdul Fatawu's transfer, should it go ahead to Leicester. I think it is, where the team that he comes from, Steadfast, get a lot of money.
Yeah,
considering they were only given £1 million for the transfer, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah, I remember you let me watch this video, and it was quite interesting, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I think what happens if they get like 50% of the transfer that Sporting get the money of. So Steadfast now get a huge amount of money.
Yeah.
For Abdul Fatawu, and they're in the second division of Ghana, so that's fantastic for them. And Abdul Fatawu is,
I mean, you got to give
excelled.
the guy that sort of organised that sort of contract he sort of like
put his faith in this guy.
Oh
didn't
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they must love him at that club now, because that's just secured that club for years.
Oh
now.
God, yeah. The extent that could potentially do for their football.
Yeah.
But there we go. That's a good deal for you, Anthony Martial. Though.
Yeah, I needed a
free
striker.
transfer.
Yeah, and he's. I mean, I think he's a good striker.
If you can keep him off the injury list,
that's the only problem
great.
with him. Yeah,
But
he's officially just left Man United now, so I think which is a shame, like you say, his injuries let him down really.
Yeah, I mean, he was tipped to win Ballon d'Ors and everything in their contracts that they had from Man United. But there we go, free transfer. He scored 2 for you already in the first 4 games. It's a good start. And Peter Zielinski from Napoli. Of course, they were the champions of Italy 2 years ago with Zielinski. Not so good this year.
There's the finishing part of my spine, the attacking midfielder.
He's a good attacking style of midfielder, isn't he? Good with both feet as well. Experience, that's what you like. He's got 2 goals and an assist for you already.
Yeah.
So we haven't really sold a lot of players, but I think we both really struggled to sell players, to be fair.
No one was any of those.
No, exactly. Might be the fact that this updated database doesn't give a lot of transfer budget out to other clubs. Obviously, we couldn't just go through and give everybody £50 million. But so let's have a look then. You've gone for a 4-2-3-1, Dad, and putting your best 11 into the side. Looks like this. You've got Dewsbury Hall, and there's a box-to-box midfielder. Zielinski is that attacking midfielder, as you've mentioned. And again, you've got 2 good fullbacks too. I think that's something that we've both got, really.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
It's good fullbacks that could be Premier League fullbacks.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So we don't have to worry about that, because sometimes that's the hardest position, really.
Yeah.
Is to go for
Yeah.
fullbacks.
I mean, the left back is a young lad coming through.
Yeah.
He is really good.
Yeah, Christiansen is 21 years of age, Danish, and already you're looking at him going, he's a good Premier League left back to kick things off. Pereira's at the other end of his career. You might have to replace him at some point, 30 years of age. Doubt he will last a full 5 seasons with a 10 natural fitness, but there we go. And remember, you guys can get the save game file at the end of the video if you head to patreon.com/OmegaLoopGaming, or you join the channel memberships. Thank you very much to everybody who does that. You help pay for Dad to be here on a Wednesday and Thursday, so we can put these videos out. But you get the save game file at the end of the 5th season, where you can continue, or you can steal tactics, or just have a look. So that's down to you. But thank you very much for everybody who does contribute towards that. Let's have a look at the schedule so far, Dad. You've had a good start, considering this is a newly promoted side.
Yeah.
Only a couple of losses, 1 to West Ham, 1 to Arsenal. Through in the cup, but you've beaten Brighton and you've beaten Everton.
I mean, the teams that are around me, well, I feel will be around me, I've beaten, but the teams up, like the Arsenal and that, I'm never going to get anywhere near them this first season, so I'm quite pleased with that start, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's have a look, though, at what I have managed to do in my schedule. Again, I'm kind of happy with this. I have beaten both Liverpool and Chelsea in my first games into the Premier League.
Season, and
by the way, how horrendous is that for a first 3 games? Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, like, it was the biggest one was like
losing to Gillingham.
Yeah.
Up for
you lost to Gillingham in the second round of the EFL Cup after beating both Chelsea without conceding a goal, by the way, at Stamford Bridge, and beating Liverpool in their first game in the Premier League without Jurgen Klopp. So that's hilarious. But then, lost to Manchester City, unfortunately, the champions, and also drew to Crystal Palace. Don't miss that one out. That's a good result. We've seen how good Crystal Palace is right now.
A good end of the season.
Yeah,
they're going to be
an
an odd team to beat next season.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, He came from Eintracht Frankfurt.
Did he really?
He did.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Eintracht Frankfurt. That's my favourite German team. There's your bingo card. But yeah, he's doing fantastic stuff at Crystal Palace. And he did fantastic stuff at Frankfurt. We're missing him now.
Yeah, look up to the end of the season. They just sort of like went downhill.
Yeah, dropped right off. Yeah, every time it comes up in my flash scores that they're playing, it's like, oh, losing again. Shock. Okay, so it's a good start for us both in the first season of the Premier League. You know the rules by now. You know the points. This one I very much doubt it's going to be heavy in points because we're two of the worst clubs in the Premier League right now. We're not expected to be winning cups. The first season especially is all about surviving.
Definitely. If we can stay up, that's a big bonus.
Yeah. I genuinely think this is going to be determined between who beats who the most.
Yeah.
Because that's where you're going to win the points.
Yeah.
Very, very unlikely we're going to be winning leagues or winning cups. So it's going to be who beats who across the season. Draws is going to be like, oh, that's going to be really annoying. Let's see its first season. See how we get on. First season, we both survive. But Dad, you've done very well there.
Yep, I'm pleased with that.
Finishing above, which is another point for you, or a point for you. We're on Ipswich Town right now. Are you just seeing I dropped down underneath Fulham? So I obviously lost the last game of the season. We're only 3 points between each other, really. So it's quite close. That one win between us. But yeah, I survived by 3 points. Wolves getting relegated is big. 2 points away from Bournemouth. 36 points is quite high now. Now, obviously, with this updated database, we started this before the playoff final, which Southampton beat Leeds in. So we didn't put it to be realistic. Leeds just automatically came up with us because we just
finished third.
We just continued it. So Everton going down though with a very bad tally of 24 points there. Interesting stuff. So what is interesting for us though is who beat who. Now I've got 9 draws as of you. One of them there is against you away from home. So that's a good result for me. Did I beat you? I did. 1-0, which is the point that I needed. Now, the wins, obviously, we know I already beat Chelsea and Liverpool, but there's Chelsea, I did the double on them. Manchester United as well, I beat them. Newcastle, not bad at all.
No.
Let's have a look at your wins, Dad. You won 11 games in total. You beat Manchester United as well. Villa is a big one in there. No, none of the other massive clubs there that you've taken down. You're just beating the clubs around you, which I'd argue is actually smarter than what I did. None of us are getting top scorers though, but we're not getting anywhere close to 30. But there we go. Okay, we're on it. Ipswich Town. Did one of us win a cup? I doubt it because we can't see anything there. So how far do we get? Obviously, we know our second round of the Carabao Cup, 4th round by Stockport. All I've got to hope is that I knocked you out of the 3rd round in a miraculous way. So let's take a look at Leicester. No, you were knocked down the 3rd round though. 4th round by Palace in the Carabao Cup, 3rd round in the FA Cup by Queen's Park Rangers. But again, as we say, this season was a building platform of trying to survive.
I think we've done well.
Your top scorers, hilariously, were 7 goals, and it was 3 different players. I didn't see what mine was in the Premier League. George Hurst with 12, I'll take that. Okay, across the season then, he actually had just 12 goals. He didn't score in any other competition in 38 games. Cameron Archer, that sucks a little bit. The amount of money that we spent only getting 9, but I think it's a long-term project with him. Yuto Iwasaki again, 8 assists is good. That is the most across the season, so maybe that's something I need to look at next season because I've got £50 million roughly again to spend next year. So interesting stuff. Let's have a look, Dad, at your goals. Ooh, that's low. 8 goals is the highest total.
I don't think I've ever been that low.
No, I don't think we've ever had it where one of us has not had a player in double figures to score goals.
How the hell have I survived?
I don't know.
How the hell did I survive in that league then?
13 assists from Zielinski. He's kind of carried you there by the looks of it. Although Soumare, he had the highest average rating. He's barely played any games. Could have done with playing him a little bit more by the looks of that. How much money have you got next season? £40 million. You're nicking my set piece coach here as well, which I am fuming about.
It's unusual. I usually goes for the Aston Villa one.
Yeah, one with the hair. We'll have to have a look then at season number 2 to see what happens. Nah. Go downstairs, see if it's everybody or just this device. I think it's just this device. That's just how to go downstairs because by the looks of it, we've just had a cyber attack. But you know full well I'm always going to be protected thanks to NordVPN. And it's as easy as this. I disconnect from it just to show you how easy it can be. Literally, when you have the map in front of you, no matter what country you want to to be part of or go into, say I'm abroad and I want to be still in the UK, I can do that and just connect to the UK, and it's auto connected before I've even finished my sentence. Even my dad can do this. It's that simple. And now I'm fully protected. And for the price of a cup of coffee, you can also get that same protection too. Head to nordvpn.com/OmegaLuke, and when you do, you can gain access to a new fantastic offer where you get 4 extra months free on a 2-year plan. Of course, there's some amazing things that you can watch if you access an American server that you wouldn't be able to watch if you was based in the UK, such as some fantastic things on Netflix, which isn't available for us in this country, or if you want to watch the 3 p.m. kickoffs. If you know how to do that, all you need is a virtual private network like NordVPN, and that can really help you. One of the other things about Nord is it's also risk-free, and you get your money back guaranteed after 30 days if you don't find value in using NordVPN. I don't think you will be asking for your money back. Now, everybody knows I've been using NordVPN for the last couple of years, ever since this YouTube channel got hacked thanks to some dodgy malware, and their web protection system is absolutely fantastic. You can see here all the stuff: the scam detection, malware blocker, web tracker blocker. You've even got an ad blocker, so it's going to save you time on that, and it's detecting threats all the time. Even just from Google, 380 threats. 181 from YouTube. Don't sleep on this, guys. Now, this is a very weird analogy, but let's just go with it. I am your daddy of the internet, and I'm giving you, right now, watching right now, birds and the bees talking. Do you remember when you had the birds and the bees talk with your parents and they said to always use protection? That's me right now. I'm the daddy. I'm your daddy of the internet. I'm telling you to use protection. Use NordVPN. If you go to nordvpn.com/OmegaLuke, get yourself a 2-year plan. You get 4 months extra. It's risk-free. Money-back guarantee after 30 days. But if you're lazy, you don't want to type it, just go to the top of the description. I'll leave a link there. Or in the pinned comments, you can also find the exact same link there. Go and pick up NordVPN right now. Get yourself protected. You're welcome. You're all going to call me daddy in the comments now, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm not going to lie. Well, it's 2 seasons in a row, and nobody wants any Ipswich players because they've just left on a free or didn't get anything for them. So, but I did manage to bring in some good players. Now, Fortis Ioannidis, I'm going to get that really wrong. He is Greek. He is from Panathinaikos, and congratulations, by the way, to Panathinaikos' rivals, Olympiakos, for winning a European trophy.
Brilliant.
Absolutely exceptional. Yeah. £10 million I spent on this guy. He's got a goal in 2 games already. There's a lot talking about, a lot of rumour mill about this guy possibly moving to the Premier League. I'd like to see it. He looks good. 6'1". Monchu, though, £4.1 million for a centre midfielder. I'm going to try and use him for this type of position, a deep line playmaker, which I was, of course, using last season. We had Humphreys in there previously, but this guy's a step above. He is very good indeed. A lot of great mental attributes in there that are 15 or below, or just below, sorry, which is what I definitely need in that midfield to make me a little bit stronger. Harit Ortega from FC Juarez, £2.2 million. I think that's a bit of a bargain, really, for a 6'3" centre-back that I'll definitely take into the first team. Yep. Then we've got Mark Flecken, Premier League proven goalkeeper. And I actually quite rate Mark Flecken, you know, after obviously Brentford lost David Raya to Arsenal last season. They brought in Mark Flecken. Nobody really heard about him from his antics at Freiburg, but I think he did quite well in the Premier League, despite obviously Brentford not doing so well and finishing near the bottom. But I've brought him into the club, £10 million, so not too bad, really. I think you've got a higher reputation, which means better players are likely going to want to come to you. Yeah. I really struggled this summer to
Well, I was in the Premier League
players.
The season before, wasn't I? So
yeah, you have a higher reputation.
I've still got some Premier League teams.
And the 2 seasons ago, we were two divisions apart.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just shows how good Kieran McKenna's done really at Ipswich. So then I've got 2 more signings that I've brought in. Druik, who is, I'm gonna butcher these names, right? You know me by now.
Go on, have a go at it.
I've brought him in. He is a winger who can play on both sides, as of course we used last season. I just liked his pace and his aggression is going to be quite good coming off the bench, is what my thinking was. He had a good season last year, really, considering he's playing for Excelsior in the Dutch top division to get a 7.31 average rating for a club that I very much doubt was in the top half of the division. Yeah. And finally, Alejandro Zedenyas from LAFC, £5 million, who can play centre midfield, right wing if we do ever play that, or in that left midfield slot, which we were using last year. 27-year-old American, I think that's a good deal, and I have changed the tactic. This is a little bit risky. I've gone a season in there now where I played a 4-4-2, and it just about paid off. So now, going for this. It's a 4-3-3, but we've got a wide player, which is going to be, by the looks of it, Zedenya. So if I went for a best 11 pick, he does go in there. And we're kind of pushing the boundaries with the strike force that we've got, using the wing backs that we've got, because Harry Clark is fantastic, and Leif Davis arguably is even better on the left hand side. So our two young fullbacks can bomb forward, and we've hopefully can just pack out this midfield. We'll see how it does. It's done all right for me in the first part of the season. We'll take a look at the schedule. We have played each other though, and it was a 2-2 draw. So there we go. I have lost a game, which was to West Ham, but if you did notice last season, West Ham actually finished in European spots. They've done quite well. But a 1-0 win against Fulham, even though I was down to 10 men. Only a 1-0 loss to West Ham there, thanks to a Jared Bowen goal. A hat-trick from Cameron Archer is definitely what I'll take in the EFL Cup. But that game against each other, it was a very tight one, as you can see from the scoreline, chopping and changing. You took the lead, then I came back, and then you pulled it back to a 2-2. So yeah, interesting start to the season for me. It's kind of unproven with this tactic, but I'm confident we can progress. Let's have a look at your transfers, Dad. We'll start off at the very beginning.
Yep.
£38 million for Jordan Pickford.
I do like to have a really good goalkeeper in my team.
So then you signed Jordan Pickford.
I got Jordan in. I'm pleased with that.
All right, 38 million. It did mean that you sold your goalkeeper, Mads Hermansson. And I was like, I can't believe you're doing that. He's one of the best young keepers on the game.
Well, I've only got 4 seasons left.
£22 million. You also sold Luke Thomas for £5 million. Bubakari Sumaru, or Sumare even, £5 million. And Hamza Chowdhury is also left for £8.5 million. So you actually managed to get some money for your players. I wasn't. So let's have a look. Then you also got Rocco Simic in, £21 million. A lot of money on this guy.
I didn't score enough goals, so I've got a guy who I feel that could score some goals for me this season.
It's good. He's young,
good with both
Croatian.
feet as well.
Yeah, I like how you contradict yourself with the goalkeeper, going, I've only got 4 seasons. Then you sign a 21-year-old goalkeeper. Then we've also got Courtney House, free transfer as a centre-back backup, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it is, and I'm just trying to make my defence a little bit stronger, so I've got another left-back in. I know I've got a really good one already, but I've got 2 good ones now.
And a right-back, Van Brent.
And another right-back, which is another good one. So I've got 4 players fighting for 2 spaces there.
Yeah.
That's healthy, I think.
Tore a muscle, and he's out for 3 months.
Yeah.
So that's not a great start to his career, but there we go. Tactically, Dad, though, you've changed it too. You've gone for a diamond with an offset formation.
I wasn't scoring enough goals, so I do like the diamond sort of, but I wanted 2 strikers in there because I got another good striker in, and I bought this guy. I'm going to train him. It's a shadow striker. I didn't want to lose him out of the team, so I wanted to keep him in.
No, if you did best 11 pick, it puts Prayet there, who you haven't even got registered or even under contract very much. So putting Fatawu in is going to be smart to train him in that position. He could definitely play that role. He's got some fantastic attributes. He's a tricky winger, isn't he?
He's quick as well, isn't he?
Yeah, very fast. So I'd imagine he will pick that role up by Christmas, and you should be quite good. But you need goals.
Definitely.
So I don't blame you for changing
going
it.
to score a few more goals.
Let's see what happens, and we'll see what you've done in your schedule then. So you have picked up a win, but it was in the EFL Cup. In the 2 Premier League games before me, you lost both of them.
Yeah, not a good start for me. So
Bournemouth 2-1, and they were down to 10 men. Yeah. Fulham, who I beat, you lost to 1-0. Interesting start.
Yeah. Oh, Jamie have already got me going though in the next game, so that's a
Jamie
good thing.
Still around, knocking around.
That's a good thing. I've got a couple of good strikers, but I've got Jamie Vardy in the background, just sitting there on the bench saying, "Put me on, boss," and that's what happened.
Still got 14 pace at 38. Mental, really, but there we go. So the scores are, of course, 1-1 after season number 1, and that draw has not changed a thing. So let's see what happens in season number 2. Oh, there we go, Dad. You beat me again.
1 place better than I was last season, so I'm happy with that. I've gotten better.
Yeah, you've done all right there. So you've got another point there. Your goal difference is 0, so scored 63. Let's hope you can see more of that.
Yeah.
39 points to 46. You're 7 points above me there, so it's quite a lot. I'm still happy with 39 points. I'm just really disappointed after that start that I've dropped down so much. Chelsea have won the league. Let's see then if we can see any other results. So that was the 2-2 draw that we had. Did I beat you? 5-4 at home.
Ooh, what a game that would have been.
So there's another point clawed back. So although you're finishing higher than me, I'm getting the better of you in the results against each other right now. Profile. Any goals or anything like that? No, we can't see any of our players.
None of us are in there.
Right, we're on Ipswich Town. I very much doubt we've won anything, because there's nothing in terms of European qualification next to our name. But did we knock each other out? 5th round by Bristol in the FA Cup, 4th round by Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. So nothing from me. Yeah. But did I knock you out? 3rd round by Tottenham, 3rd round by Blackburn. We haven't crossed paths yet in cup competition. We're not getting far enough. You did score more than double figures, Dad. 4 players, in fact, did exactly that. So that's good. 2 centre midfielders for Tawi in that shadow striker role, and Rocco Simic you brought in to score the goals. Got you 13.
Yeah.
Is that good enough, do you think?
No.
No? Pass and Dak, you got
It's a
7
start.
off
It's
the
a
bench.
start, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, I'm going the right way.
Transfer budget for next season, you got £54 million to keep building on that. No doubt you'll be spending that quite heavily. And let's have a look then at my goals. 18 from Cameron Archer. I'll take that.
Yeah.
As much as I'd want the Ioannidis to score some more goals.
I think to do well in the Premier League, you need one of your strikers. Your top striker's got to be in the 20s. So
yeah,
you're getting close to it. Yeah.
Oh, he's getting better. I mean, 17 finishing and composure is definitely going to help, especially when you've got that pacing off the ball.
He's good.
I think he beats the offside trap as well, which one of my favorite, and likes around the keeper. He's got attributes and player traits that I really like the combination of. I think it's just giving him time, giving him players around him in a good system. He might smash this, but he is wanted by Leeds. Oh yeah, that's why about that. I mean, they got relegated, didn't they? Or they're even in the division yet. They might have got promoted back into it. I don't have to worry about that. Let's have a look at my transfer budget. 68. Ooh. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I guess I've got quite a lot in the budget. No debts or anything. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. Okay. Well, we know the points are again 1-1 across the season. So the total points are 2-2. We don't even have to worry about the graphics.
So
it's
we're going
to
be 5 each by the end of the 5 years.
Yeah, that is literally going to be it. It's going to be the lowest points tally of all time. It's going to end on a 5-4 draw. No. Let's have a look, see what happens in Season 3. Okay, either we're going to look back on this summer and think, wow, that Omega Luke is a bit of a tactical genius, or we're going to look back in this season and go, Omega Luke's a bit stupid, isn't he? Because I went and sold both of my fullbacks to Saudi Arabia as well. Harry Clark and Leif Davis, who are also homegrown players as well. So, yeah, that doesn't help. And George Hurst also went to Saudi Arabia. So, and they're not like old or anything like that. They're in the prime of their career. I sold them all. And I actually made £89 million worth of transfers back. And I also sold Luke Wolfenden as well for nearly £20 million to Middlesbrough. So, I wasn't too worried about that one. But now I have no fullbacks and I've gone for something weird. We'll see. First signing we've got is Dal Varasanovic, who is a centre attacking midfielder. I feel like he is a very good, creative attacking midfielder. So good finishing, first touch. The player traits again, gets into opposition's area, gets for whenever possible. I love that. Stuff like that, especially with good off the ball. You tend to find he just pops up in the right places for cutbacks and stuff. It hasn't worked yet. I signed Anel Ahmedhodzic, so another Sheffield United player that I've picked off. £15 million. So I think I've got 2 of their best players now. He also gets for whenever possible, but he's a defender, so that's not too good. He does that too much. Matteo Pratti's arguably my best signing of the summer. A very good centre midfielder there. Only a 22-year-old Italian as well. He's got the two player traits. You can see what's happening here. If I have any cutbacks, there's going to be so many players on the edge of the area running in. Nelson Viper is a good option now that I've got up front. Very cheap, to be fair. You can always pick up Nelson Viper. Always just have a look.
We do like using him when we haven't got a lot of money, don't we?
Very good. He got 11 goals in the Bundesliga last season. £3.7 million. I don't mind at all. Calvin Bassey from Fulham, £15 million. Left-footed. Can play left-back should I want to go back to fullbacks because I've sold everybody else. But £15 million I think is a good player. He also used to play for you as well. Jurgen Eckelkamp though, and I've got a couple of free transfers and Eckelkamp is one of them. If he had the arrives late in the opposition area, it would be great because of the off the ball and the finishing would be fantastic. But he doesn't. He's just really good as a centre midfielder on attack, I guess. Felipe Relvas is a centre defender who can also play left back. Again, left-footed, so it kind of helps that way. 6'4", good free transfer. But this is my signature signing. We'll have a look in a minute. But Harvey Barnes is another one. A lot of Premier League experience. Another one that used to play for Leicester for £15 million. Christopher Ayer. Interesting signing, I think, from Brentford. £27 million can play CDM or centre-back naturally, which is the reason why I wanted to go for him. I really like Christopher Ayer. I always have done one since he was like a bit of a Football Manager wonder kid. The pinnacle of my transfer window was Lazar Samardzic, and I had a lot of money at this point, and I just went, I need like a signature player to build the team around, and it's the Serbian, 24 years of age, a really good centre attacking midfielder. Hopefully he can be the crux of my attack. He's probably my best player now. He's got a goal and assist in the 2 appearances that he's made so far. We'll see what happens with Lazar in my team. team. But the tactic, it's wild. We've gone for this. It's a 3 at the back style formation. We've got 3 in midfield, but with a winger as well, and a shadow striker with 2 advanced forwards. So when I pick the best 11, Samardzic actually goes there. I was kind of hoping he'd go there, but I can understand why he doesn't when we've also signed this player as well. Harvey Barnes, of course, in that left midfield. We've got a lot of good centre midfielders, so I'm happy with that because we've got obviously the likes of Kraus and Eckelkamp who can come onto the side and help out as well. But yeah, because of the lack of fullbacks now, I went for the 3 at the back formation. We've got the players to do it. Just whether this formation works or not.
Yeah, in the Prem as well.
Yeah.
Hard.
Let's have a look, see what you've done then, Dad. You've gone changed formation as well. You've gone to a 4-3-1-2, and that's because of the signings that you've made. You kind of come away from the diamond that you had last season. You sold another £26 million worth of players. Casey McAteer left for 13. It's a player I didn't even know you had. He was a right winger. And Tanaka, who you signed earlier on in the rebuild for less than that, 2.5, and you got 4 times the amount of money. Yeah, when he only played 1 season as well. But Saudi Arabia. You got Victor Guzman in from Southampton. Yeah, who
that replaces the other guy.
He actually rejected me to go to Southampton the season before. I remember that. Because then I ended up signing his Mexican compatriot. You've also picked up Nguyen Perez, so it's another centre-back there, £11 million for the Argentinian.
I use this transfer window as just putting good squad players in now.
Yeah.
I couldn't find anybody that was getting better for the formation I wanted to play, so I put good squad players to sort of fill the team out now.
Joe Willock is another one of those players.
Yeah.
Great physicals and mentals, to be fair. I quite like Joe Willock on this game. I think he works really well in the match engine. And then finally, Johan Bonny.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a beast.
Give me someone else up front if I need him.
Yeah, a bit of a powerhouse, Dad. Not the best technically, but those physical attributes, and he's 6'2". Yeah, he's a bit of a force. He's only 22 as well. A bit of potential left in him. Got 11 goals last season, 20 the season before that. Got 2 for you already in the 4 games he has played. They were starts as well. And that's because you've gone for that formation. He should pop up in that starting 11 alongside Simic, who actually at the minute is out injured for another 3 weeks, but still. Fatawu developed into that position naturally last season, so that's good. That, What 1 season of knocking him in has definitely helped. But you're looking stronger, I must admit.
Yeah. I'm pleased with that formation there and the players I've got in the positions. I mean, Willock gone straight into the team, so I'm happy with that as well. Yeah. And Guzman going right in. So I was buying them squad players, they've actually got into the position, so I'm happy with that. Yeah.
Start of the season, though, you've got 1 Premier League win out of 4.
Well, that's
so
quite a hard game to win as well, so I was pleased to win that game.
Yeah. You lost to Newcastle. Yeah. Stuffed by Leeds. Brentford as well, losing in the 91st minute after just equalising. But hey, you're in the 3rd round of the EFL Cup. You just got to beat Villa next. Let's have a look at the schedule for Ipswich. This is the reason why I'm like, maybe I'm a genius. I lost to Arsenal 3-0, but I did get a player sent off, and it was my best player, which meant I did not have him for the next 3 games. So if you consider that I then went and beat Chelsea, again with just 10 men, with this formation, you're like, oh, all right, drew against Newcastle, which isn't bad considering I had 2 of my starting 11 suspended. And then I beat Palace. And I'm also through to the 4th round of the Cup because I played my fixture a day earlier before we eventually stopped to record this part. I'm quietly positive at the minute. I'm sat in 8th place in mid-table.
Good start. Not better than mine.
Yeah, let's see what happens. The points tally is still really close, of course. We haven't played each other. It's 2-2. See what happens in season number 3. Season 3 looks like it's exactly the same as Season 4 and Season...
I've just dropped down 1 place.
2 and 1 even. I'm dropping down points. I was so annoyed. That tactic looked like it could be a game changer for me. At least I survived. That's the main thing. We both survived. West Ham looks like they've won a cup. Yeah. Which means we probably haven't won a cup. 5 draws. We've drawn against each other again. This time it was the home result. Did I beat you? I did. You haven't beat me yet.
I finished an IU in the league.
It's 3-3 in case you're wondering. So, yeah. Crazy.
Dear, oh dear.
Let's have a look. There's no... Oh, you got Johan Bonny there. 19 goals. That's a lot. Yeah. That is a lot.
Pleased with that.
Yeah, definitely. But he is the only player that's in there for us. I had the 2nd highest red cards. We already knew about 2 of them. But all right, and I am also on a streak of games without winning, so that's never good, is it? What about the cup competitions? Did either of us knock each other out? Competitions, have a look. Oh no, you did. You knocked me out of the FA Cup in the 4-3. What a game.
Let's give me a few more points.
Yeah, that's 2 points for one beating me and one for knocking me out of the competition, which means it's no longer 1 point per season for either of us. We've broken that duck. You didn't obviously go on. Semi-final, though, is not bad. And probably went on to win the cup. Yeah. It was a Manchester derby, and they did win it.
Yeah.
By the way, FA Cup. Come on!
Who would have thought that, eh?
Definitely not me.
Is Eric Ten Hag going to keep his job off that?
Has to. I'd be livid if they sacked him from that. It's just nobody. A lot of people have been asking me about this. In my opinion, obviously, if you're watching this late on, things might have changed. If you're watching this like 6 months later and you're going, well, he ain't doing very well now. At this point, we have just won the FA Cup and played Man City off the park in some regards.
I think the tactical decisions that he made for that game, not playing a centre forward, was brilliant.
Yeah,
and it took it to Man City, and they just couldn't get into the game, could they? Really?
Yeah, he almost played like a 4-4-2, but with 2 false nines.
Yeah,
it's very impressive.
I think that's what it was, really.
Yeah,
but yeah, he stopped City from doing what they could do, and that's knock a ball around and play. He let them have it in their own half.
Yeah, they were reduced to long shots.
As soon as you come into the Man United half, he just closed them down very, very quickly, and it worked.
I would take
Congratulations.
that. So
I'm pleased to see it. Really, it stops Man City from just winning everything.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I wouldn't want to sack him now because there's nobody around. And there's so many managers at this point who are looking for, well, so many clubs, looking for a new manager.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of the worst manager markets around at the minute.
Yeah.
If you think even like the likes of AC Milan have sacked their manager, Nice in France, Juventus, yeah. I mean, we still don't know who they're going for. Barcelona's just announced Hansi Flick. Yeah. So it's so many different clubs with managers. And of course, the best one has gone to Plymouth Argyle.
Come on, Rooney.
Rooney! If you had asked me 10 years ago, when Wayne Rooney was my favourite player, you'd have gone, Luke, 10 years' time, he's going to be managing Plymouth Argyle. And I'd gone, shut up!
We'd have been going, yes, can we?
I'd have gone, we must be in like the Premier League.
Yeah.
There's no way that guy's career is going down that far.
No.
But somehow,
all I'm going to say...
him.
Yeah, we've got to back him.
But when it was rumoured, I was like, no.
Well, we were texting you, going, oh my God, have you seen the texts going out?
Yeah.
But I think every Argyle fan's got to back him. From what I've read, what the Argyle chairman had to say about the interview just now, actually, and he said all the right words. He desperately wanted to get back into management, and he wants to play attacking football. So they've gone with for what he's actually said. So you got to stick to your word, Wayne.
Yeah.
Bring it on, boy.
That is our 4th Scouse manager in a row, by the way.
I reckon that's what won the interview, because they just understood what he was saying.
Yeah. Don't know what's going on, but that's our 4th Scouse manager in a row, outside of caretakers.
Yeah. Good luck, Wayne.
Good luck, Wayne, but yeah. Birmingham wasn't great, was it? Or he is thinking miles ahead, because Birmingham were relegated this season, probably thanks to Wayne Rooney.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'll go to the Plymouth job and kept them up.
You say that. I mean, all right, he didn't have a good run at Birmingham. He only won 2 games of 15.
They sacked him before the transfer window.
But yeah, they sacked him before the transfer window in January. And the new manager took over, and they were still higher than what Argyle were.
Yeah.
The only time they went lower than Argyle was the last game of the season.
Yeah.
Or after the last game of the season. So you can't blame it all on Wayne. All right, he had a bad spell in the middle, but someone took over after him and made a transfer window.
Yeah, get off his back.
Yeah, leave him alone. See what he can do next season with the Green Army.
Anyway, let's go back to Ipswich and Leicester. And Ipswich, by the way, you came up second to Plymouth Argyle 2 seasons ago. Let's remember that.
They couldn't catch us, could they?
No. Johan Bonney, 23 goals, Dad, with Tawu on 19.
I'm getting there.
Simic on 18. Yeah, 3
players
players around 20.
There. Yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm pleased with that.
Unbelievable season for Tawu, really, if
definitely.
you consider he's playing centre attacking midfield.
It's proved right for sticking with him and training him in that position.
Yeah, I agree. Off the back of that, then, let's have a look at your transfer budget. £53 million, but a very good wage budget, so that could probably increase quite a lot, really. I'd probably say, around that £72 million, you can be looking to spend a good amount of players plus some free transfers, because free transfer market, when you get 4 seasons deep,
usually good,
very interesting.
Yeah.
Let's have a look, though, at what my players have done. 20 goals from Cameron Archer. I'll take that. If he hits 20 every single season, I'm happy. Ioannidis, I'm kind of like, okay, 15's good. We need to build on that next season, though. Prati is after that, because that guy is just a lone player. That's disappointing. Samardzic has probably been my best player creatively with 12 assists, which I expected. I was hoping for a better season, I'll be honest. But let's have a look. My transfer budget for next season, £58 million with not a very good wage budget. So probably a lot less compared to what yours was. Around about half, I'd say, of what yours was. But All right, let's have a look at the points tally for the first time because we've actually needed it. Even then, it's still easier than usual. The season points are as follows for season number 3. Omega Luke with 1, Omega Dad with 3. Meaning the total points are Omega Luke with 3, Omega Dad with 5. Right, I have sold some players as well. £18 million there for Ioannidis. I don't think he was too good, so time to go, pal. Also, another £49 million on the outs, though. £10 million for Relvez. We've got £5 million for Harit Ortega. 2 squad players that I had there. And Tom Kraus, who I think I've bought better for. I've got 35 or 33 up to £41 million worth from Leipzig. And yes, he's a good player, but hey, look who I've bought instead. Adam Wharton. A lot of hype about him.
Yeah, is it?
And for good reason. Yeah, are you joking? At the end of the season, he was one of Palace's best players. Picked in the provisional squad by our Lord and Saviour Gareth Southgate. First time I've ever said that.
Yeah.
I couldn't even hold it out. I couldn't even wait for the cut to say that it was that was a joke. I had to do it immediately. As much as I really hope you do stuff for us, Gareth Southgate. Yeah, I'm not hoping too much. £35 million. I've not got a lot of hope, should I say. £35 million is a lot, but I think he's quality and better than Tom Kraus because he has good passing ability, good technique, good first touch. Get us on the ball. Start playing around a little bit more now. So there we go. English as well, so helps for my homegrown quota. Gile Rosas, £10 million. Guess what? Gone back to fullbacks. The left side, Archie Brown, English again. So, yeah, I'm thinking long term here. He's young as well. He's only 25. £10 million from Ghent. Used to play at Derby County. Weird transfer, that, isn't it? Went to Switzerland. I remember when it happened, and I was like, oh, all right, fair enough. Then we've got the biggest signing of the summer for me, Savio. £40 million for this guy, but he is quality. Yeah. Bit of a Brazilian wonder kid. Obviously done very well this season with Girona. He's currently at the French second division side, Troyes. So we'll see whether he stays there. I probably would anticipate he'd probably make a move. Yeah. In the summer in real life, but there we go. And then Jungdahl from Cremonense, £3 million, is a good goalkeeper that will challenge Flecken in goal. Not to mention he's also Danish, so they're going to get on really well. 2 Danish goalkeepers, and I don't think there's ever been any good Danish goalkeepers, is there?
No.
Certainly not for Leicester. I'm joking, Schmeichel fans.
Hey, come on.
I like Kasper Schmeichel.
I couldn't believe when he just left.
Yeah, it was weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially for not another English team to buy him.
Yeah.
I was surprised for that.
I was shocked. Went on a free transfer. Tactically, I've changed it. I've gone to a 4-2-3-1, but I've gone narrow, and I've gone for a Volante on attack. So the style of play will definitely change. Prati can go in there alongside Wharton. Back with the fullbacks. Got 2 really good centre attacking midfielders. Archer up front and Savio providing from the wings. We've got inverted fullbacks, so we'll constantly have a 3 at the back with a guy sat in front. That's my hope there, and just allow Archie Brown the license to go free should he wish. Let's have a look at Dad's. What has he done in the transfer market? Well, we mentioned about the free transfers. You didn't get any.
No, I didn't know.
Funny enough. You did get, though, Dominic Calvert-Lewin for £14 million. I tried to get him
2 seasons before this, and he refused to come to me, but I got him this time. For £14 million, I think is a good buy, actually. Yeah. 2 goals already.
I mean, Palace got relegated, didn't they? Yeah. So he went to Everton. Well, he was at Everton. They got relegated. He chose to go to you instead of Palace. He chose to go to Palace instead of you. Got relegated again. He was like, fine, I'll come. Yeah. There he is at Leicester now.
I mean, you've bought Palace player, so I've bought a couple of Palace players as well.
Esposito from Spezia is another guy that we both like to sign every now and then. Good Italian centre midfielder.
Spine again, I think.
£5 billion is a steal as well, really. Then we've got Groenbeek, £6.5 billion. This is a good player. Yeah. Squad player.
Yeah, just strengthen the squad up again a little bit more for this season and the last season coming.
You've signed a couple of Danish players. There's the second one. Joachim Andersen, another Crystal Palace player.
I think because of them getting relegated, this is why they were getting rid of all their players, aren't they?
Yeah. Nathaniel as well, £3.5 billion right back. Yeah. Brazilian. Then we got Cesar Huerta, who's a bit of a bargain, really. £5 million for this guy.
I was quite pleased to pick this guy up for this price. I mean, I think he's a good winger.
A lot of 15s in there.
Yeah, he's
quite underrated.
Definitely underrated. And
nice teeth. I like the hair as well.
He's in his prime as well, I think. Yeah. So I think it was a good price.
Good looking fella. The ladies be, queuing up to buy tickets to watch Cesar. Yeah, I like that one. That's a good signing.
And this is the Crystal Palace best player, I think.
Abire Eze. What, better than Elise?
I think he is because I bought him.
Yeah. I personally think Elise is better than Eze, but
probably,
it's tight between them. Definitely. He's really good. Centre attacking midfielder. £23 million is a good buy as well. Tactically, then, how you line up? Well, you've changed it.
Yeah.
You went from the narrow diamond, went back to wingers.
Gone back to the wingers, yeah.
Gone to a 4-3-3 and nailing in Eze.
Yeah. It's a bit defensive-wise, but with the players that I've bought, that's why I've done it. And also, I conceded a lot of goals last season. My goal average was lower last season than it was the season before. So I was leaking goals again. So I've just sort of just tightened it up a little bit, but I'm still having a little go.
Okay, so Rocco Simic and Johan Bonney both dropped down to the bench for Calvert-Lewin. Gone one up top. Fatawi is obviously going to get his favoured position now on the right. Schedule, have we played? We haven't.
Nope.
You've played against Leeds twice, though. Beat them in the Cup, then lost against them in the league.
Couldn't believe that.
Also beat Birmingham City. They're getting a lot of shout-outs today, aren't they?
Yeah.
But what you have done, Dad, is a great start to the Premier League season.
Yeah, I think City just won the Charity Shield as well just before that game.
Yeah.
So I was pleased with that result, beating them, and then beating Newcastle as well. It's 2 good results.
Yeah, absolutely. Brighton 3-0 as well. That's a good result.
Always an hard game that is against Brighton, isn't it?
Okay, let's have a look, see how I've been doing with my new formation. Let's see. Well, it's not bad. I only lost one game, and that was to Manchester City. I did draw, though, unfortunately, to Everton. I beat Tottenham Hotspur and Bournemouth, and I've got through to the 4th round of the EFL Cup, knocking out Newport and Crawley. So, interesting season, but the points are so close. We just know we need to beat each other in results, and we should be taking the advantage for each season. Let's find out what happens in this one. Oh my god!
Whoa.
3rd. No, I was like, I looked down the bottom. I thought, where am I?
Yeah.
All the way up there.
You were there most of the season as well, so well done. I mean, one thing I am looking at that is thinking, look at Man City, how they won that league. Look,
Dominated.
That's by a lot of points. When I beat them at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
First game of the season.
Yeah, you were one of the only three clubs to do so.
Yeah.
And they only drew one as well.
I mean,
they won 34 out of 38.
That's my best finish as well, in 10th.
Yeah.
So we all improved. You had a great season there, mate. Well done.
Very well done indeed. 6. Oh, I think I beat you twice. I did. So that's 1 point for finishing higher, 2 points for beating you in both fixtures, 2-1. That's the 3 points I needed. And I've got Champions League football next season.
You could win one of them.
Ipswich in the bloody Champions League. What the hell? Profile, did I have any scores? Cameron Archer was 16. I'll take that. Mark Flecken had 16 clean sheets as well. Not bad at all. Did I rub salt in the wounds, though, and win a cup? No. Quarter-final by Brentford. 5th round by Tottenham. At least you didn't knock me out, though. No. Cancel those 2 points out. That's what I've got to be...
did you knock me out, though?
Got to be slightly happy with. However, no. You were also knocked out by Brentford, but in the FA Cup, and you also got to the quarter-final and knocked out by Liverpool. So our paths did not cross in the Cups this season. 12 goals from Calvert-Lewin, Dad. That's not a lot, is it? No. Not a lot indeed. That's dropped down quite a bit.
I mean, you think I have 4 players at double figures?
Close to 20.
Yeah. I knew I did drop down a little. I played more defensive, didn't I?
Yeah.
My goal difference was a lot better this season.
Yeah.
And I finished higher in the league.
Conceded.
So, do you look at it and think it's a success? You look at that and you think it's not. So I've got a little bit of thinking to do now, haven't I?
Okay. You got £40 million, £45 million in the transfer budget after that big summer as well. Not forget, you spent a lot of money that summer.
Yeah, did you?
Let's see, though. My heroes in blue. 17 goals for Cameron Archer. We can ignore that player again. He's not actually part of the squad. And then only 9 and 11. And 9 again from Samardzic. So my attacking midfielders not even getting double figures. So got to be the defence.
It's another one of those that you look at that and you think, how did you do that well, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, average rating wise, if you can see that, Mark Flecken, my goalkeeper, 43 games, had a 7 or higher average rating. Kind of tells the story, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
He's about to run out of contract as well, so I'll probably keep him, if I'm honest, if he wants to sign a new deal. He doesn't seem unhappy, so I'll probably look to keep Mark Flecken and keep him around for another season. But okay, transfer budget for me next season with Champions League football out. £55 million.
Well, it's a bit more than that, like your wage budget.
Yeah, wage budget's nice. Yeah, it's just you expect to see the 100 there, don't you? Never mind. Champions League
next
football.
Season when you finish.
That's true. Yeah. We all know that will happen. But yeah, going into season number 5, let's see how the points tally look going into that final year. So the season points for season number 4 is Omega Luke with 3, Omega Dad with 0, which means it's totally flipped now, and the total points are Omega Luke with 6, Omega Dad with 5. Oh, I flipped the points tally over quite nicely, haven't I, going into this final season?
Makes it tight now, doesn't it?
Makes it very interesting indeed, but I don't think I've ever seen a points tally so low.
No.
But anyway, what I've done for Champions League football this year, I sold £29 million worth of players. £20 million was the free transfer I mentioned earlier that we picked up from Excelsior. So considering he barely played that many games, around about 30 to 35 games, £20 million I will take. That's great. Harvey Barnes I've sold as well for £6 million. Now that I've got rid of the left winger, didn't really get a lot of game time, and I've also sold the backup goalkeeper because I've brought in a new goalkeeper, which is probably going to be my starting goalkeeper, and that man is Bento from Athletic Paranaense. So £8 million for the Brazilian goalkeeper. He's got 2 clean sheets for me already, so it's a good start. Good average ratings as well. Diogo Dalot, though, as a free transfer, arguably Manchester United's best player this season, and he is joined my club.
Good signing. On
a free, yeah. Ethan Ampadu, though, £40 million is a lot of money, but the reason why I've done it is he gives me a player that can play naturally as a centre-back or a centre defensive midfielder and do well in both positions.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of happy with that. It might not be out right now, but I've got a Leeds rebuild coming out that you are going to want to see. I think it's fantastic, and Ethan Ampadu plays a big part in that, of course, because he is a Leeds United player currently. So take a look out for that one if it's on the channel already, or it'll be out very soon. Then we've got this man here, Giannis Constantinotis. Nailed that. So, dribbling, first touch of 17, technique, flair of all 17, and agility of 17 means he is very bloody good on the ball. Just what he does with it after is, you know, that's the most important thing, I guess. But £19 million. He's had a good season last year in the Super League, the Greek Super League at PAOK. Let's see what he can do in the Prem, eh? Those are the signings that I've made. Tactics stays the same. I ain't changing that after getting 3rd place in the Champions League football. So, going to be very interesting. But best 11 pick, yeah, I'm happy with that. Ampadu actually goes into the lineup, which did surprise me. Bento, of course, gives me a better option in goal, and the Greek centre attacking midfielder goes in there alongside Samardzic, who is still my best player by a country mark. Maybe Savio. They're both quite good, to be fair, but I think Samardzic is probably tops that with hopefully Archer getting more goals this season. Dad, let's have a look at what you have managed to do this season. You spent all of your money, and you got £48 million for Kieran Dewsbury Hall, which is a lot.
It was a lot of money. That's why I couldn't refuse it, really. So take the money and run.
But you have also bought quite well, I think. Zabani from Bournemouth is a good centre-back option.
I thought I needed another centre-back in there, especially a strong one like that. Good signing this, I felt. Only 26 as well. Good player.
Really good player.
Yeah.
Then you've got Luca Langoni, £10 million.
Yeah, just another winger. So
physicals are really good.
Yeah. He's quick out there as well, so can't go wrong with it. I want to play more attacking, so that's why I've got a more attacking winger really in.
I questioned this one because of the price. £27 million
I felt
steep.
Yeah, I have paid a lot of money for a player, but I still think he's a good player, but he's a squad player. He's going to strengthen the midfield. If I need it, if I get any injuries in there, I've got him to help out, really. Okay.
Santiago Hetze, £6 million. See, that looks the same type of player.
Yeah.
And he cost £20 million less.
Yeah.
From Olympiacos. So,
well done.
Yeah, we know what they've just done. And then, finally, a couple of players. You've got Restes to free transfer in goal.
I felt this was a good signing, really. I mean, he'll probably take over from Pickford as well in goal.
In the long run, absolutely. Because, you know, Patreon members, if you're channel members, you take this one on and you decide to be Leicester, you know full well you've got the best young goalkeeper in the game there.
Yeah.
And Thiago Santos from Barcelona is a player I didn't really know about, but they've signed him from, by the looks of it, Lille, where he starts off. And he is a phenomenal right back.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
Yeah.
You've gone for a 4-2-3-1, just changed it slightly.
Yeah, this is probably close to my favourite sort of formation in the Premier League.
Yeah.
You still got your
defenses, solidarity.
I think you need a really good defence to play this formation, and you got that player just sits in front of them, and then you got all the players attacking from there on, but still can help out with the support roles in midfield. So
yeah,
I like this formation.
It's weird for you to use support roles.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
not normally a fan of them. No. But there we go. Let's see how you've been getting on in the schedule then. It's been a great start for you, Dan. Only lost one game. That was to Manchester City and a 4-3 as well.
And they scored the 94th minute. Well,
yeah, you scored the 97th.
Yeah.
But Norwich 3-1. Good result there. Tottenham 5-2. Easy result for you there.
At Spurs as well.
Yeah. Burnley knocked them out on penalties in the second round of the Cup. Then you knocked out West Ham in the third round. But you also beat Brighton 3-2 at
good start
home
for me. Really good start.
Really good. Okay, let's see where I am currently in the league. It's not been the best start for me. Bristol City 1-0. Alarm bell should have been ringing there, only scoring 1 against them. Then I haven't won a Premier League game since. I drew against Chelsea, which isn't too bad, but then losing to Leeds United and losing to Manchester City. Did beat Nottingham Forest 3-0 with Veresanovic getting himself a hat-trick and stamping his authority, wanting to start games. And I've got Champions League football. It's the first time that we're looking at European football in this video, which is probably the first time that we've ever had something to do like that. Lyon, Young Boys, Inter, Arsenal, Red Star, Roma, Atletico Madrid, and PSV.
I mean, that's not really a bad draw, but if you were one of the top teams, you'd be thinking, yeah, I'm through to the next round.
Yeah.
That's an hard draw for you still.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 games that is going to be tight.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But will Champions League football cost me in my league run this season? Will I be too focused on that to consider trying to go for one of the cups? There's only one way to find out. Let's see what happens in season number 5. Well, season number 5. You beat me in terms of position by 2 points. Oh my god, look how many European games of football there is going to be for the English clubs this season. Oh, next season anyway. 61 to 63, Dad.
I had a bad finish as well. I didn't win any of my last 4 games. So I was doing better than that. Oh, I dropped off.
We didn't draw any games either.
My goal difference is better this season.
I didn't lose to you again. I beat you both times. We'll have to have a look because it's not showing one of the fixtures, I don't think. But yeah, there we go. How did Tottenham win the league? Calvert-Lewin with 22 goals. Eze there with the second highest average rating. Bento with the most clean sheets. It's a good signing from me, but let's have a look then at... We're on Ipswich Town. Did I manage to win a cup or not? No, and you knocked me out of the Carabao Cup semi-final.
That means I made the final.
Ooh. All right. Ooh. Quarter-final. Eliminated. Oh, you went in the quarter-final of the FA Cup. No. So you eliminated before that. I might have knocked you out of that one. Who knows? Semi-final of the Carabao Cup. We'll take a look in a sec because if I click it, it will show who's won it. Round of 16 by PSG in the Champions League. So I qualified.
That's good.
Oh, it's knocked out on penalties. That's annoying.
Yeah, it is annoying.
Knockout playoff round. I did play in that and I knocked out the Ukrainian side Shakhtar, which meant in the league phase I finished in the top 24 there. Won 4 games. Beat Red Star Roma, Inter 4-1.
You know what I'm going to say there, innit? You got to win your home games, mate.
There's a throwback.
Yeah.
Lost the three away games there and drew away to Lyon, which isn't too bad.
It's good. It's better than I thought you was going to do.
Yeah, but how did you do in the Carabao Cup?
I need this one.
Oh, you won it as well.
Get in.
Beat Brentford in the final. Wow.
You little beauty.
That's 3 points you straight away. Oh, you've nicked it from that.
Because I beat you in it as well,
yeah,
didn't I?
So you knocked me out. We drew 1 game, so you only get what? Plymouth were in the other semi-final.
I nearly played Oregon in the final.
Yeah,
that'd have been brilliant.
That'd have been hilarious. Wayne Rooney? No, Tommy Elphick. So yeah, I mean, we drew in 1 fixture, and you beat me in the other. So you get 1 point for beating me in that 1 game, and then 1 point, of course, for eliminating me. So that's 2 points plus the 3 for winning it. 5 in total.
That might have just won it for me. Just won it for me.
Yeah, because you lost against me in the Premier League there, 1-0. Well, that's where you beat me in the semi-final, and you lost against me 1-0 in the other Premier League games. You lost against me in both Premier League games, but you still won the cup.
Than you in the league, didn't I?
Yeah, but that's only 1 point. And then I got the 2 for beating you, so I still would have stayed higher. It's the league cup that's gone on and won it for you. But 22 goals for 23 for Calvert-Lewin, 22 for Eze.
It's good.
And 15 assists. That's money well spent there, right there.
So the tactic changed. It helped me out really.
Yeah, 14 goals for Cameron Archer. Is dropped off a little bit, if I'm honest. Samansic hasn't done that well, but his average rating's high. My transfer budget was £72 million. Should anybody want to take over? Of course it is. It's really high now. And you've got £50 million. But for the final time, let's have a look at the points total. So the season 5 points are Omega Luke with 2, Omega Dad with 6. Meaning the total points after 5 seasons are Omega Luke with 8, Omega Dad with 11. Well, there we go, Dad. Congratulations. You've won the lowest points tally I think we've ever had.
It'd have been a draw in the cup.
Yeah, it would have, yeah. So, it was a tight one, but fair play. We built 2 good sides. I think if you look on without the points, Ipswich had a better time. They got Champions League football.
Yeah.
But you actually winning a trophy, obviously, in terms of points and probably success, is probably a lot nicer.
I think we've done well because I think it was only 1, maybe 2 seasons that one of us finished below half table.
Yeah.
And the rest of them we both
No,
finished.
we did it for 3 seasons. I was scrapping relegation.
Trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
No, it was only the 4th season where I got the Champions League football.
We kept them up, but it didn't. We weren't in danger of going down. You weren't like the next
3 points away.
Well, you still done it. Trying to give you the benefit of the doubt, you son.
Yeah, I know, but everybody's going to go, what's he on about?
I'll change this then. I'm going to say that I've done really well in this rebuild because I didn't go below 13th position. I stayed below
you did all right.
30th position.
I was scrapping relegation 2 seasons. There we go. But all right. Let us know what your thoughts are and if there's any other teams that you want us to do. We're going through a different list and we're chopping and changing between what we want to do and what you guys are wanting us to do. But of course, there are other videos coming up very soon, such as Dad's done his own Glory Hunter. If you want to see that and make a video out of it, then please let us know down in the comments section. Put Dad's Glory Hunter down there and we'll be on with that in a couple of weeks' time, hopefully. But on screen right now, I took over Barcelona after Xavi left before Hansi Flick. See if I can win a treble. Check it out. It's a really good video.